So my husband and I have been content creators for the last 8 years, and we somehow have not killed each other. So we wanted to give you guys some tips because I feel like we might just be professionals. So if you guys don't know who we are YouTwoTV. We have almost 3 million subscribers on YouTube. We make sketch comedy videos, vlogs, TikToks, Reels. We do all of it. Also, we just got married. We're married. And we've been dating for 8 years prior to that. So we've been in a relationship the whole time we've been content creating. These are just the tips that we've learned along the way. Okay, so first tip is definitely learn how to manage your time. Me and Harjit have a routine. We both wake up at 5 a.m. I go downstairs, I read for about half an hour, take some notes.
I also wake up at 5, I make a coffee for me, I make a coffee for Jazz, and then I get straight to it.
And then I meditate, I work out. I kind of have some personal time where I do journaling, acting stuff, any kind of personal projects that I want to work on.
I used to read and go straight to the gym, but I found that I'm the most focused in the morning. If I need to edit, if I need to script something, from like 5 to 7:38, I'm locked in. My phone's not even with me. My phone's usually down here. So this is pretty much how every morning goes. I'm at the desk. I stay here for a good couple hours. I've been here for like an hour and a half now. Jazz was downstairs reading. Now she's upstairs meditating. Leo is crying. I don't know why.
And then we get into work mode, which is around 8 or 9 a.m. It's different every day, but we basically just do content creation stuff. So pretty much from like 9 to 5, but it depends on what the day is because sometimes we're filming, sometimes we're on the computer, so it kind of depends.
It could be editing, writing, so many different things.
That's kind of what we do for work in terms of how we kind of manage our time as a married couple. Essentially, we kind of have tasks. I love to cook. Harjit's just not a very good cook.
I'm not trying to cook at all.
I cook and Harjit cleans. We try to make everything pretty like even as much as we can, but there's just like obviously even if one person does more than the other person, we never try to make it like a thing, and I feel like that's what keeps us sane. Because sometimes I know couples that have hatred towards each other, like
this guy doesn't clean, this guy doesn't do anything.
We're pretty good and we're pretty open. If I'm like, yo, Harjit, you're slacking this week, he's like,
she'll tell me.
Shit, my bad, I'll fix that. So we have a good flow. This looks like it's part of my head, but I promise you it's not. When you're a YouTube couple and you're content creators and all you do is shoot, you're gonna have tripods in the middle of your living room and lights. We just put it away when guests come over, and that's pretty much it. So let's talk about productivity and how we stay productive. First of all, this thing is amazing. Also, we already got dog food, so we'll just erase that. Harjit did this thing the other day where he wrote down everything that we have in the fridge, and then every time we would eat something or finish something, he would erase it. And we haven't ordered out in like 3 weeks.
One of the things that we do is we like to kind of have a goal for the next day. So today, before we go to sleep, we'll have a discussion and be like, okay, tomorrow we want to get these 2 things done for sure. If nothing else happens, as long as these 2 things happen, it was a productive day. That way, when we wake up and it's time to get to work, we know what to do. If you don't plan for the future, you set yourself up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Yo, hey, that's all you get for free. This is the office. It constantly changes because Jazz can't have the same looking office for more than a couple months. This is what it is right now. We have Jazz's desk. Yeah. Jazz has her little drawers. She has everything super organized. My area, as you can see, is not as clean as Jazz's area is. A lot of stuff gets done on this desk. This is also the main place we edit our videos because this MacBook over here is way faster than this big ass iMac over here. And I can't figure out why, but it's okay. We do a lot of work over here, me and Jazz both. In the same way that we break up our household chores, we do the same thing when we work.
We work with our strengths. So I'm really good at articulating, so I'm really good at emails. Harjit's really good at like, he's a perfectionist in terms of like little things. I like to get things done quickly. He's more of like I need this to be perfect. He works on making sure the video is completely perfect, making sure things need to be posted online. We also like dabble in each other's jobs, obviously, but for the most part, that's kind of what we do just to make it easier on each other.
I do not touch the emails. Once a year, I'll try for a day. I'll realize I suck and then I give it back to Jazz.
He also does like analytical stuff. This way we know like what's performing well and what's not performing well. We share this information with each other either verbally or we have this app called Notion. We just have a breakdown of everything that's possibly going in our head. There's like a brand deal section, different pages, resources, everything that we are potentially working on or gonna be working on is on this.
Speaking of apps, we use Fantastical, the best calendar app there ever was. I'm telling you right now, not sponsored. My favorite part about this app and the reason we got it, when you're gonna put something into your calendar, this app, you just type a sentence. So you go, going to the movies on January 28th at 6 p.m. at AMC Glendale with this person. Enter. It'll put all those details in and send an invite to that person off of your one sentence.
Harjit uses the Notes app a lot. I'm not a big Notes app person. I find that I never go back and look at those notes, so I don't really use it. I prefer Notion.
So we use the timer app on our phone to do the Pomodoro technique, and that is pretty much you work for 25 minutes, you take a 5-minute break. And that helps you focus on the task at hand and not go on your phone randomly every 2 minutes. 25 minutes, you know you have to work, so lock in. 5 minutes, do whatever you want. We're almost at 400,000 subscribers, so I need you to subscribe. Do it right now.
Ooh,
okay.
Well, another tip that we learned throughout the years is figuring out our financial situations. Before we even got married, we had our business, obviously, account together. We had our separate accounts, but pretty much everything was joint. The biggest thing that worked for us is just being super open and honest about what we're spending our money on. We are just like very open with our spending and our goals. Sometimes these conversations are really hard to have with your significant other. There was like, you know, a year or two where we were just kind of spending our money very carelessly.
We were balling out.
Now we look back and we were like, what the hell were we doing? That was really stupid of us.
Like there's certain things, like we would Uber Eats like 2 meals per day.
It was bad. And you don't realize how much money you're actually spending. Now we have a pretty good system where we kind of write down everything that we're spending. And it's never like, this is my money and this is Harjit's money.
I've used every finance app in the game, stuff that tracks it for you. It pulls your bank information and it just puts all your stuff into categories by itself. I've used all those apps. I found that making an Excel sheet and just tracking each transaction individually was the best for me. So say I go out, I buy a coffee, I come back. Now I type it in like, yo, Starbucks. $4.55. The category for that would be food, right? Then you actually realize that, okay, I spent $4.50 on coffee.
In terms of being in a relationship and working together, I think being very open and honest about what you want to do and what you're doing just makes life a lot easier. A couple of days ago, me and Harjit had a conversation where I was like, YouTube and content creating maybe isn't my priority right now and I want to focus on my acting career. And Harjit's like, cool, I'm having so much fun doing YouTube and I really want to be a content creator. And instead of being like, oh no, I want to do this and you want to do this, I was like, cool, I'm going to focus on acting and you focus on content creating, but instead of giving 100% to content creating, I'm gonna maybe give 40% and then you can, you know, pick up the slack. But then I'm gonna do like 90% of acting and then you can help me with my self-tapes and my auditions and all that stuff. We found a balance and that was a 5-minute conversation that we had. Things don't have to be so this or that or whatever, 50-50. Sometimes you feel like in a partnership you gotta be 50-50, but sometimes it's okay not to be. Also, let us know in the comment section below what your favorite productivity hack is and if you like these videos so we can make more of them because I love learning about this stuff. So if you guys love it, let us know. And that is all for today. So peace out.